Yeah, I'm Chris Olander. I'm going to do a couple of pieces here for you. And do I have to speak into this mic?
No, if you're used to being...
Okay, because this is kind of a performance piece, and I'm going to be moving around a bit. I want to do two poems that has to do with canines. This first one is called Dog Fighting, and it goes like this. In the pileless Pine Creek shopping mall, futurism. I slipped my key from the ignition slot for my incendiary cartridge power pack unit. Jar door and step into July's tarnished air. In peripheral vision. Rah, 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 rah! I drop back into my cartridge pack, hands protect the face, arms, neck, rah, rah, rah! Teeth terror, slashing saliva, snap spit splatter on the inside door glass of the incendiary cartridge slot beside me, lashing lather through a 2-inch slit in its window, 12 inches to my solar plexus. Rah! I recover composure in pre-wet pants, wipe sweat from my forehead, temples, and cheeks as a black and copper-bodied beast. Rah! Trapped! Its incendiary cartridge power pack unit. I gaze out across the light lake's metal heat. And imagination gels. I look down into the beast's eyes, closer, and scrutinize the raw elements contained in its cartridge power pack happening with my teeth 4 inches from slit in window. Rah! I growl, and he snarls, growl, and spits drool across the glass in its soft, black nose. Smears impressionistic light reveries, accentuating platonistic ecstasies, inspiring climaxes juxtaposed lunge after lunge after lunge after lunge, lathered me down the glass. Hind claws braced deep in blue velour quilt stitch bucket seats. I contort symbolistic expressions into mystic motifs. Palms open, fingers writhing distortion, flicking taunts the power back beast, intensifying claws to rip out the buttons, shred fiber stitching to go patch one padding, but hind claws catch stiff and mess support backing, jam muzzle, left canine over the slot, stuck. I pinch its nose, the beast spasms, hind claws rip from seat support system, catch chrome and water powder deck console joint, tear off, fling its corner door. It cracks like cheap plastic brakes. Tooth and muzzle still stuck. Front claws, slash down, blue and underwater, rise, slash down again, materializing these white wisps of cloud swirl, reminiscent of Turner's sublime mist veils across blue idle sky. Tooth and muzzle still stuck. Front claws, slash down, blue and underwater, rise, slash down again, materializing the white wisp of cloud swirl. But I pinch its nose, the beast spasms, hind claws rip from seats worsen, catch them crawling on the door, tear and float against the closed door, I cracks like cheap plastic brakes. But I spit on the beast's nose and blow my life's mucus up its nostrils, frightened barks, rage, sneeze, howl, and jerks back, jaw cracks glass, and blood stains a shattered pattern, resplendent in cubic proportions of Picasso. The beast slinks in the incendiary cartridge's fourth dimension, smears dark scarlet passion abstractions in a psychic abandonment, ejaculations of expressionism as I circle the silver blue four-door cartridge power pack happening, brewing coloration frenzies. The beast's pain subsides to tongue-licking glare, but an immaculate iridescent surfaces across the light lake. Imagination improvises contemporary realism, igniting spontaneous Dada. But for desired highlights, I squeeze in dirty red bandana texturing dangling. The beast snarls, growls, lunges and grabs it, and we tug at it, portraying the classical balanced perspective theory. But I jerk it strong to emphasize modern taste and equilibrium distortions. The beast's frothy foam smears lip blood, flaring Kandinsky white swirls and a glassy geometrical splintering. Yeah! It yelps, jumps back, and snaps off rear view mirror, gouging the red mythic wound of Winterman hip. Hind claws rip off the mass media programming dial as Beast leaps its fate's chasm into backseat dolly surrealism. Its frenzied tongue-lapping split lip, splattering red pigment and Pollock action splotches in a pastel, five-dimensional blue velour tour de force. I pause, step back to examine structural and thematic integrity. Well, its unity does reflect the ephemeral, but its root in orgasmic transcendence, layering symbolical implications in a surrealistic overtone of the timeless, archetypical epitomes, which is to say, it flowers mythic simplicity. I return to my incendiary cartridge power back unit. Enter it. Key the ignition. Back out of its slot. And glide away through the light lakes, shimmering light, watering the revelation soil. So that's dogfighting. Yeah, I got too worked up in there. We did start doing the same thing over and over again. But why not? We're making art, man. We're making art. So the next one is about coyotes, where I live up in Nevada City.
How are we on time?
We get 4 minutes.
4 minutes, great. Just enough time. It goes like this. That's them coyotes. Point. Yapping yarps at Deer Creek Canyon stars. Abstract escape artists paint the sky, score indigo, and silver and chords in the constellations. They're chaparral bards, yelping zaggareets, quick survival anglers, tricksters, gunshot zeros, dodging bushwhacking sidewinders, and ditching liger wannabes, scratching out fence line riffs, pawing furry love bundles, appetizers, bunnies, henhouse layers, kids with eggs, ooh, garden green gourmets, coyote mint flavorings, please. They're howling down the mush ballers, the worn-out domestic dogmas, chained-in pain-linked fluffers, bellowing bass, black cavities, canine decay, toothless debris below the rock slope chaparral, gather mosquitoes in their stink, doing routine for the master. Teeth gnashing groans, transfixing doorways, blue-eyed vision, the silver screen eyes glare. But off this point of view, coyotes slicing ecstasy, howling pearls down peaceful valley fluff, teasing hair, laughing, breezy, cool, and golden bronze iris pool perfume. And the quintessential star sticking moon indigo. Ooh, keep your kittens in and out some things. Coyotes, cat-calling tallies. Hey, he's a hip-hop hipster crossing rip-rap, short-cut breakdancing, acid H rock take 5. He's doing the coyote thicket twister. In Manzanita, ancient red limbs spiral up out wild flames into stars. And the crescent moon, riding Jupiter, Mars. Venus with Saturn, Mercury, aligning its great wheels millennium in a circle of stone, in a larger circle, larger stones, and larger stones still, images in a flame's veil. It's Coyote. He's doing downtime, getting right with others, roaming these wild night rendezvous and stepping up trick-tail stone stairs high. Coyotes howling a good time. He's slinking down the shallow curvies and slipping in and out of bushy thickets. In the garden's last wild rapture. The manzanita coals glistening, salmon steak, bubbly, sizzles real out of coyote. The resurrection stars in the green earth, blessing this body's gift. Reverence its iridescent flesh, and coyote snapping loose tongue and your hips from this garden's red limb flames leaping into night crystal.